Hello, this is my painting of Amalfi. I would have loved to have done so, but I didn't paint this while sitting in the boat, so I took a photo as I was arriving into harbour. The picture I'm demonstrating here is a close-up from the original which you saw at the beginning. It will feature the boats and cars, umbrellas and trees. So at the top of this picture I've applied some cobalt blue and then started to use yellow ochre, coming down into some burnt sienna for the harbour wall. And I complete the water in front with cobalt. Then I use quite strong pigment, darker cobalt with some cerulean blue in it. Going back into the top is cobalt, some neutral tint. After it has dried, apply a little bit more paint for the background. Blue for distance. Painting the shadow areas of the building, I'll leave yellow ochre for the front where the sun is shining. Some green mixed with yellow ochre, cobalt blue. Some shadows underneath the trees, going round the tops of the car windscreens. And the umbrellas, which are on the right. The radiator grills, people underneath those umbrellas, the harbour wall with neutral tint, burnt sienna. Now on that harbour wall, where I'm filling in that darker blue, that is a tunnel which feeds the sea with all the water from a river that comes down the mountains. These are boats, just using ultramarine, burnt sienna, some alizarin to create the shadows. And now I'm painting the umbrellas, the shadows on the umbrellas. The windscreens of the cars with a light cobalt, adding a little darkness on the edges of the windscreens. More shadows underneath the trees and below the umbrellas, using ultramarine and alizarin. And I've just put some windows in just to bring out what the buildings look like. Darkening a little bit more. I like to drop colours into wet areas which create this lost and found effect. Now the two boats in the foreground, I must apologise, but they painted themselves. The film jumped, and that's only because my body went across the camera. I'll paint the reflections later. Just using dark tones, using an orange, yellow ochre for the faces, some brickwork, just using dark mixtures, ultramarine, burnt sienna. Using gouache to bring out some of the highlights. Using gouache for the masts. It's too difficult to paint around those things in painting. I like to get my washes off. So a few more dry strokes for the ripples in the water in the foreground, and there you have it, a picture of Amalfi.